Hello, this is Nindy Kerr, and welcome to another technique video on Nindy's Creative Corner. Today we are going to do a gradient cardstock technique, going light, medium, and dark. This was used for one of our color challenges, but as usual I'm switching it up to a different color. This time we will be using Berry Burst, Rich Razzleberry, and Fresh Fig, which are all similar colors and will do well in this technique. These pieces are cut at 2 inches by 5 inches, 1 3/4 inch by 5 inch, and 3 inches by 5 inches. The reason you need a little bit longer is so that you'll cover the edges with a little bit left over. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. This piece is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it's a full-sized card front, not a, although you can do a thinner one if you want. I am putting snail around all 4 edges. And a couple of strips down the center. And hopefully that will work. Alright, we will start with our lightest color first. We want it to cover the top and put it at an angle that we like. But we don't want any white showing through. Then we will use our second color, the 1 3/4 inch strip. Push it up tight next to this other one so there's no white showing. And then we'll do our last one. And again, push it up really close so that there is no white showing. And then we can just trim it. And I wasn't brave enough to do it with my trimmer, so I just did it with scissors. And just only trim off the colored portion, not the white portion. Okay, there, now we have it the correct size for our card front. And we will emboss it with an embossing folder. So that means we need our Big Shot platform, remove the thin die adapter, and put a cutting pad down. Yeah, you can use, on the original, I used this lace dynamic embossing folder. I thought I would try a different one. So we will try the garden trellis. Now you'll need to make sure that that your embossing folder is wide enough to hold a full width card front. Because there are 2 layers of cardstock in there, it's a little harder to turn, but just fine. So there we go. And the embossing images are not deterred at all by or not distorted at all by the strips of cardstock. And we will be using a thick Whisper White card base. As you can tell, I've already pre-scored this. With thick Whisper White, you definitely need it pre-scored. And left my my bone folder in the other room. So, and as with all embossed cardstock, I always use Tombow glue. Make sure it's only a thin line. You don't need globs. I tell my customers this is grown-up glue, and you don't want any squishing out and ruining your project. So make sure our lighter color is at the top, and then match it up. And if there's going to be white, I'd like to kind of make it even. Another reason to use Tombow is so you can have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, so we'll have a sliver of white at the top and a sliver at the bottom. And there we go. Okay, we are using a stamp from the Bitty Greetings stamp set. This one says, "Hey friend." This is a clear mount stamp. And we're going to hope this fits in the classic label. It does, just barely. And since we don't want this super long, the easiest way is to just stick it in between, although there's a video on this. Just make sure the side edges are lined up. And these mini Stampin' Dimensionals are perfect for this classic label punch. Although I'm not perfect at positioning them on there. Just put it in the center. You can put it diagonal or straight, whichever one you want. So we're going to go opposite. You want it to be positive. Or at least that's what I've always felt. Alright, there you go. Now you can make a cardstock, a gradient cardstock card front. Anyway, have fun, and thank you for watching. See you in a couple of weeks. We'll see you next Friday. Bye.